All right, new challenge to the president's health care law is coming this week. Republican lawmakers have introduced a pair of bills that would delay both the employer and the individual mandates. The president has asked for the employer one already, and the House is planning to vote on this as early as Wednesday, we're told. I'm joined now by Indiana Republican Todd Young. He's a co-sponsor of one of these bills, and he joins me now. Congressman, welcome. So how do you expect this to go on Wednesday?
Well, we're going to bring a series of bills to the floor of the House, one which will essentially give congressional sanction to the action the administration has already taken, which is to delay the employer mandate. The employer mandate, we'll recall, is that mandate that those employers who employ 50 or more employees for 30 or more hours that each of them provide health insurance to their employees. It's had some unintended consequences. 48% of small businesses indicate that it's caused a decline in the number of employees they're hiring, and that it's hurting business. It's caused a lot of hourly workers to lose the number of hours they're working. They're being moved down to below 30 hours. And so what we want to do is say as Republicans, and hopefully many of the Democrats will agree, that we do in fact need to delay the employer mandate. However, another bill, one that I've authored and will also vote on, is something that will delay the individual mandate for a year as well. We happen to believe, at least on the Republican side, hopefully there will be many Democrats that agree, that if you're offering relief to big businesses and labor unions, you ought to afford the same sort of tax relief to individual hardworking Americans.
Yeah, Congressman, what do you say to those who say, look, the House has voted 35 times since 2011 to do a delay or to repeal Obamacare. Then we all know what happens. It gets over to the other side and it's dead. Nothing happens. So is this exercise worth it, or would it be better to start, coming up with a GOP alternative to Obamacare that could be voted on? And I know a couple of folks in the Congress are already working on that.
Well, that's right. We have a House Doctors Caucus, which has been working for years on a comprehensive, patient-centered, market-based sort of reform that will actually reduce the cost of health insurance in this country and thus, in the process, make health insurance affordable to millions of Americans. And so that's done in a fiscally responsible way. And the Ways and Means Committee, which I sit on, we've been working on some other proposals that share many similarities to what's being done by the Doctors Caucus. And on the Energy and Commerce Committee, there's similar work being done. So we're working very hard to put together a comprehensive package of different bills that can help actually control health care costs. Now, unfortunately, that's not what Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act does. The individual mandate sort of superstructure of Obamacare is incredibly unpopular. 13% of Americans actually support the individual mandate. So this is why we're delaying it. Clearly, the administration recognizes that Obamacare is not ready for prime time, and so we think there ought to be a delay, and not just the employer mandate, but also the individual mandate that impacts every American.
All right, Congressman, thank you very much. We'll see how the vote goes on Wednesday. We know the unions are coming out complaining about some of the aspects of this as well, which is interesting this week. Congressman Todd Young, thank you very much. Bill?